Hi, my name is Subrato Bagchi. In 2005, Penguin asked me if I could write a book using my experience at Mindtree on the subject of entrepreneurship. While writing that book, which took me about a year, the subject of entrepreneurship consumed me in many different ways. And one of the thoughts that came to my mind at that time is to explore how entrepreneurs actually come across their vision around which they build their organization. Do people work in a present forward manner, that is looking at their surroundings, looking where they are, where the environment is, and what kind of an organization going forward they want to build based on what body of ideas? Or do entrepreneurs actually first have a vision of a future that doesn't exist today? And in other words, do they work in a future backwards manner? Well, this is not a science. There are some people who look at their present and move forward to build an organization that better serves what they see as deficiencies in the present state of things. On the other hand, there are people who have an apparition, a vision of a future that doesn't exist. So what I did is I spoke to what I call high-performance entrepreneurs. I spoke to many of them, but there were three that came across as really astounding success stories of how they created the vision of a company that they went on to build. Let's have a look at these three.
I was very clear that I will concentrate on building capital and employment to make a small change in the society I live in. But if you brand it, say today a cup of coffee will cost you 3.5 rupees to make, and we sell it 35 bucks. As a farmer, I don't think I would have got an opportunity to negotiate 90% markup in my life. See, we wanted to start a cafe, high-end cafe, but all my colleagues in the company said, no way we can succeed. As of now, we got 335 stores in 68 cities. And other than that, we got around 8,000 vending machines. We got around something called Coffee Day kiosk, express kiosk. We got another 400 of them. The dream is that next 10 to 12 years, we want to be $1 billion revenue company in a coffee business. Hey, we want to be in the top 3 players in this industry.
Many times things fail, and then it's always easy to analyze in hindsight. But at that point in time, you know, the hundreds of people who will come and tell you this is not going to happen or this is not going to work. I never saw the shadows. It was never a question of should I do it. The question was always how to do it. I never questioned the business model.
हरिराम जी, चिट्ठी
खोल के पढ़ो तो भैया।
अरे ये तो प्लेन का टिकट है।
For millions of Indians, flying is no longer a dream. Air Deccan.
So I realized that you need to build a business model for India. And the slogan I gave was, every Indian must fly. It looked like a hyperbole, it looked like an exaggerated statement, but I realized that I needed something as big as that to give this trigger to really shake up the country's slumbering attitude, to come out and say, every Indian can fly. So I needed to create an airline in India, for Indians, in the Indian context, using Indian innovations and Indian brains. It's a great adrenaline rush, especially when I go and I'm on my flights. Even when in my airport, somebody is in a Jet Airways queue or an Indian Airlines queue, he comes across and meets me and says, look, Captain, I don't know how to thank you. It's because of you these airlines have brought down the prices. Or in the aircraft itself, a lot of customers come and they always tell me that I'm flying because of you. I mean, that is a great feeling of satisfaction.
I kind of, decided when I started to take on this challenge of starting a company, I decided I was going to, almost in a rebellious way, show it to the people who had turned me down that I could do it despite being a woman. My dream is to bring a very, very useful drug molecule with, and a novel drug molecule at that, to the world markets with a Made in India label. That to me is my biggest dream. There is no magic formula apart from believing in yourself, working hard, and really, being very impassioned about what you're doing. I think that there's no sort of shortcuts to success. It is about hard work. As I say, I love to use the phrase, the harder I work, the luckier I am. And at the end of the day, if I have one single message to young people who want to sort of toy with the idea of entrepreneurship, I think the single message I have is, if I could do it, anyone can.